welcome back to my channel, guys. Join me today as I get a whole bunch of errands done today. We did not do much over the weekend, and I need to get a whole bunch of errands done today because my first stop is going to be the post office because I got so much orders done over the weekend, which I'm so proud of. It makes me always on well, today's Tuesday because it was a long weekend here in Canada because of Canada Day being on Saturday. And so everything was closed yesterday. So today's Tuesday when I'm recording this, but I have a whole bunch of parcels to drop off. And always over the weekend, I get so much accomplished, and it feels so good just to drop off a ton of orders on Monday or this week on a Tuesday. So that is going to be my first stop. But join me today as I get a whole bunch of errands done. Keep me company, and let's get everything done that we need to do. First stop is the post office, like I said, and I have two big bags to drop off today, and that makes me feel so good. All right, post office is done. We are on to the next stop, which is actually my dad. He had messaged me asking if he could stop by for coffee, and Jimmy and I are actually both in town. Jimmy left about a half an hour earlier than me. He collects copper, like not necessarily copper like pennies or anything like that, but he will strip wire to collect copper, or like, you know, next door when the lady that lived to us next door, she had moved and kind of like abandoned her place, and we know the owner of that house, and he had said, you know, I have a washer and dryer that don't work, did you want to have it or dispose of it? And I think it was a washer and dryer, and Jimmy was like, yes, for sure, we'll take it, because he will strip all of the copper off of those appliances, and then what you do is you turn that copper into money. There's a place in Medicine Hat, there's a few places actually that will take copper in exchange for money. So he did that this morning. He had a whole barrel full, and it's a lot of work. It's not just you get the copper as is and take it in. You have to strip it, and you know, it took him probably about 3 or 4 days, like off and on, to strip it. And he ended up getting over $200 for all of that. So that was exciting. But he had gone in earlier with his truck because he also needed to get plywood because he wants to build a new door on the back of his workshop. So he had done that, and then I was going in later on. But anyways, my dad had asked if we could come out for coffee, and I said no. I said both of us are not home, and he said, okay, do you mind stopping by my place because I have something to give you? Woo! What is that? We don't know. So that is where I am heading right now. So I will definitely keep you guys posted, and we will see Dad in the next clip. That is absolutely gorgeous. It's such a beautiful city. But look at this bridge. Is the Finley Bridge. It was built in 1908. It says it right on the top there, if you can see. And it crosses over into downtown, and we actually cross the South Saskatchewan River. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. That's our city hall, and over there is the river, and it is just so gorgeous. I absolutely love crossing this bridge. A lot of people actually get quite nervous when they cross it because it is very, very narrow. However, I love it. You guys, I literally have the best dad. It brings me to tears. I wish I would have recorded it. I always forget. My dad gets so excited when he sees me, right? He's 82. He's literally like, he's such a sweetheart. So I rolled up, and I thought he would probably be in his apartment, but he was waiting in his car outside of his apartment, and I parked behind him, and he came out with this box. And I was like, what is he giving us? Like, what does he have? And he sat in the car, and he had a plate. He had a plate underneath this box. And I was like, what is going on? And so he says, open it up. So I opened it up, and it is a fresh Saskatoon berry pie. Like, this pie is still warm. And I said, Dad, I said, what? I said, what are you doing? I don't understand what's going on here. And he said, I got a pie and I want to share it with you guys. That's why I wanted to come out for a visit. I wanted for us to have a coffee and a slice of pie. And, you know, I know you guys are busy and you said you're doing your errands today, but I still wanted to give you this pie because it was warm. But I wanted to also have a piece. I said, I'll cut it in half. He had a knife and everything. I said, I'll cut it in half for you. And that's why he got the plate, because he wanted to have a slice of pie. So it was literally the cutest thing. Literally the cutest thing ever. I wish I would have recorded that. It just brings me to tears. So anyways, I'm going to take our half home and have it with dinner tonight, and Dad will have his his couple slices of pie. How sweet is that, you guys? Like, for real. Like, it literally brings me to tears. Who thinks of that? Who thinks of that? You know, that my dad does. My dad is, and you know, I'm so fortunate to have the parents that I do. And they just really think of others. They really do think of others, like especially their own children. But to think of, he had to order it in advance. He had to order it yesterday. And he went and picked it up today. And then he was going to come out to our place because, you know, he just says, I appreciate you guys so much. And, you know, helping me with the car. I said, Dad, that's what we do. Like, you don't have to, you know, buy things for, like, we do it because we want to help you, like, you know, sweetest thing ever. So Jimmy and I will enjoy that tonight for dessert after our dinner. All right, next stop. Where are we going to stop? I have to, once again, this is like a daily occurrence. Every time that I come to town, I have to go to Michael's and to get some more vinyl, because I am doing a special launch in July. I'm actually doing a Barbie collection launch, and it's going to be everything pink. So I want to get a few different options for pink vinyl, because they have some sparkly, they have a lighter color vinyl. I ran out of my hot pink vinyl, and a lot of my customers love the color pink. So I want to stop at Michael's and grab some supplies. And as well, London Drugs, I always stop in there because they're right beside each other, and that's where I get my mini books that I offer for a savings challenge. They're so popular. I really wish that I had like a vendor that I could purchase them from and order, you know, like 50 or whatever, but I can only get so many at a time. But I am going to check London Drugs as well, so let's head there next. All right, just stopped by London Drugs, and there is no books. So they haven't had books, any new books, in like probably 2 weeks. So I just keep on checking periodically, like when I'm in town and when I'm heading to Michael's, but it's a no-go. So next stop is Michael's, and I head there. All right, this is what I ended up getting. This I actually need, this is for like my mini books. I use some of the colors off of here. So I'm getting that. And then I needed the hot pink. This is actually hot pink. It may look like a different color, but it is hot pink. Needed to restock on that. And then I'm thinking this light pink I really like as an option, and I might add this actually as a permanent color. And then I really like this. It kind of looks purple on camera, but it's actually like more pinky, pink purple, but it's like a shimmery, and I think that would be really nice for this collection. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this one specifically? Because I'm just really contemplating it. I usually don't get the Cricut brand, but this is the only brand that I can find this kind of glittery pink. I usually get the Oracle brand, and then this I can't find in anything but the Cricut brand as well too. Let me know what you guys think below. Also, to go with the collection, I am going to be doing Sharpies as well too. Like, I'm going to do hot pink Sharpies because one of them is going to be a savings challenge with a tracker, and I want them all to come with pink Sharpies. Well, they didn't have any individual pink Sharpies, so I'm going to go to Staples today, but it is like the perfect day outside. You guys know I really dislike summer. It's actually my least favorite season. And today it's cloudy and it's cool, and I actually should have brought a sweater. I think it's like only 17 degrees Celsius, but it is heaven. It is absolute heaven. So anyways, on to our next stop, which I think is going to be the pet store because I need to get some dog food. So let's head to the pet store together. Dog food is done. Next stop is going to be the dollar store. You guys know I pretty much go to the dollar store every time I'm in town, but today I'm actually going to get like a little, Jenna is coming home this weekend and she's bringing a friend, and I want to just get like a little something for her friend to welcome her to her house. I don't know, I'm really, like, you guys just heard what my dad did. I try to do those little things too, and you know, sometimes it doesn't cost a lot of money just to put a smile on somebody's face. So I'm just going to get her a few things, like a couple little chocolate bars or something like that. And, you know, to welcome her to our house. So I'm going to stop at the dollar store next. So let's stuff at the dollar store. I'm getting a lot better at just going in a store and getting what I need and getting out, because the dollar store is one place where I can really like look around and buy things that I really don't need. I know it's only the dollar store, but still. So I ended up picking up a candy, like a sour candy, and then also like a Kit Kat bar for Heather, is Jenna's friend's name. And then of course I was like, I gotta get Jenna something or else she's gonna feel left out. I normally don't do that for my own kids coming home, and she really likes Buenos, so I got her a Bueno, and I'll give that to them. It's just something little. I know it's not a lot, but it's just the thought that counts. But it was really busy in the lineup, and there was a guy, like, you know how there are some people that's just very, very vocal and outgoing and talkative and all of these things. I don't mind people like that. I totally get it. However, what is this lady doing? I think she's going forward. I thought she was going to back up into my car. Anyways, he was very vocal about letting the cashier know that the lineup was so long, there was only one cashier, and I feel so bad when somebody is like that, because like I'm just not like that. I'm very actually quiet in that way. I understand how hard it is to work retail, especially at a dollar store, and like just the feedback that you get. This lady is backing up, and she's backing up not into my car, but gonna back up just a little bit because I don't know what she's doing. Sorry. But anyways, so, and he was a really nice guy. It's just that's the type of person that he is. And but when I was standing in line, I needed a drink, and I was like, I didn't bring my water in with me today, and I was really getting thirsty. You guys, you will not believe what I found in the cooler at the dollar store. Look at that. They have the Dr. Pepper and cream soda. I wonder if they have like maybe this in cases at the grocery store yet. I really wonder, because I've seen this in Canada now. When we went to the Co-op, it's a grocery store. We went there last week when Zoe was home. We had to run into town, if you would have remembered that vlog, and just get a couple groceries that we forgot. And there was like a section that was with the pop, and it was like flavors that you can buy in the States that we don't have here. I forget the other flavors because it wasn't very interesting for me, but they did have the case of the Dr. Pepper and cream soda. I should have brought another one. Why did I only buy one? I might have to go back and get a few more, but it's so busy in there. I wasn't even thinking. But anyways, and they did have a case of it. They had a case of the cans, but it was $12.99, so $13 Canadian for this case of pop that is, like, you know, from the States, that I don't think we can find other places. So I'm just going to check when I go to Superstore. That's where I get my groceries. It's a grocery chain here in Canada. When I go there, I'm going to look for it, but I may have to come back to the Dollarama. I don't think they had zero, because I really want to get some of the 0 calorie, like the no calorie pop, right? Diet, whatever you want to call it. But I'm pretty sure they only had the regular, but I'm excited. I can't believe I found it. I really wonder if it's offered at other grocery stores. I'll definitely keep you guys posted. Okay, next stop is going to be Sally's. So since COVID, I don't get my hair dyed anymore. Actually, Jimmy dyes my hair. I end up getting hair dye from Sally's. They're actually very helpful there to what you need. I only get it dyed my natural color to cover up my grays. And when COVID hit, my hairdresser, of course, all places were shut down, especially hairdressers. And, you know, I was paying like $150 for a color and a cut. And I was like, you know, when COVID hit and I realized that Jimmy could do it at home, I refused to go back to the hairdresser to get it done because that's all I do with my hair. I just get it my natural color to cover up my grays. So I need to stop at Sally's and grab that. So that is going to be our next stop. Are you guys getting tired yet? Because I am. We're like 2 hours in, so I'm getting tired. Hair dye is done. Hair dye is even getting expensive. For everything that I needed to get today, it was $36, which isn't that bad. The last time I think that I got my hair dyed, Zoe actually did it because Jimmy was recovering from his back surgery. And I want to say it was probably 3 months ago. So once every 3-4 months, you know, to spend that is pretty darn good, I must say. So I think what I'm going to do, Jimmy's still in town. He just texted me and he went to go stop by Shiloh's because he had to do some stuff. He had to fix a toilet, was one of them. And then he realized that the toilet needed to be replaced. So he's going to be a little while. So I might pop over and visit him. I know, we're awful. We see each other like every single day. And when we're not together, it's like, I'll pop by and see you, even though I'll see him in like, you know, probably 2 hours. But I just need to go to Staples. I think I'm going to go to Staples and then I'm going to go visit Jimmy and then I'm going to pick up groceries. Groceries is always the very last thing that I do. It's nice and cool today, but normally in the summertime, it definitely gets warm and it gets so warm that, you know, I worry about the groceries and stuff. Normally I'll bring a cooler with me even sometimes and put our ice packs in there, but I forgot today since it was cooler. So, but groceries is always the last stop. So I'm going to go and stop at Staples really quick, see if I can find those Sharpies and go and stop by and visit Jimmy. All right, bingo, you guys, I found them. They have either the hot pink or the light pink. I'm going to get the hot pink though. That's going to be cute. I'm glad I found them individually because they don't sell them in the packs. This is what happens when I go in a stationery store, you guys. But in my defense, I did need pretty much everything that I ended up getting. All right, so here in Canada, I'm just going to set you down in the seat. Here in Canada, we don't have bags, and of course, I had all my bags in the car because I wasn't expecting to pick all this up. But I keep my invoices and all of my receipts in a binder. I use these sheet protectors. They just go in a binder and then I put all of my receipts in there as well as the monthly report. And they were on sale, so I thought I would get them. And then I was all out of just regular printer paper, so I stocked up on that as well. And yeah, so I don't know where else I would have been able to find them. So I'm really happy that they had them individually because I want hot pink to go with like the whole Barbie theme. And like I said, I'm doing a savings challenge with a tracker. So it's always a laminated tracker that I make and provide. And that's how you track your progress. So all the envelopes are kind of labeled a dollar amount. And you put in that money inside of a pouch. And then on the tracker, you will fill in the circle of that dollar amount. And I really wanted to get pink ones. So got 10 of them. I'm thinking that I'm just doing like a really small collection, like a small amount, probably like 6 or 8, just because I don't like to go overboard with a lot of my items that I offer in my shop because you just never know how they're going to sell. I don't want to do up, 50 in the case of, they don't sell. And it's just a limited edition because the new Barbie movie is launching July 21st. And I want to do it either that day or else the week before. I'll kind of decide on what date. But I have a lot of work yet to do before I can even think about that launch. I usually try to do one demo one and double check everything, make sure it's all good to go, and then I will put them on my website to be available. So glad I got that done and out of the way. Jimmy.
Hello, Janet.
I am at Shiloh's place. This is the house that Jimmy renovated partially. She has an absolutely beautiful house. Hello, Piper. This is the new puppy. And then this is her other dogs, Rogan and Ruger. They're so cute. Hello, Piper. Oh my goodness, Piper, you're looking so cute. I love your haircut. You're getting so big. You're a big girl. And Jimmy is installing the toilet because I guess it wasn't fixed, wasn't able to get fixed.